For more on the six-party talks, I spoke to former U.S. Ambassador to South Korea, Christopher Hill. I asked him to characterize the last 10 years and if the latest discussions in Beijing are a move in a positive direction.
Well, first of all, the DPRK has had discussions with the Chinese all along. The Chinese are very committed to getting the six-party process going. And the Chinese understand that we don't want to start from zero. It took a while to get this process going and to the level that it was on. Meanwhile, however, the North Koreans have clearly begun to restart the plutonium-based reactor in Yongbyon, and are really showing very little interest in pursuing denuclearization, which is the whole purpose of the talks. So to assess the overall the talks in the last 10 years, there have been some very positive aspects to it. One was, I think, to establish some patterns of cooperation between the U.S. and China. Another was to establish that the U.S. is indeed very interested in reaching some kind of negotiated settlement here. And indeed, there was some progress early on in terms of shutting down the nuclear reactor and stopping the production of bomb-making material. But I must say, in recent years, the North Koreans have clearly withdrawn. They don't seem to be interested, and they seem rather to be waiting out the other parties, as if we are supposed to accept North Korea as a nuclear state, while every other country has technological capabilities to be nuclear states should they have wanted to be. So it's, once again, I think the North Koreans acting in a way that's simply not consistent with the spirit of the talks.
In your opinion, do you think that the hurdles in conducting all of this have remained the same over the years, or are they different? Do you think that will change? What needs to happen to overcome all of this?
Well, it's very difficult, but I think a first element of the equation needs to be China not simply saying that it does not support North Korea's nuclear program. That's obviously a fact, but China needs to go beyond that and make very clear that it will take whatever steps are necessary, coercive or otherwise, to get the North Koreans to cease and desist. So I think one key factor will be how China regards North Korea. North Korea has very few friends in the world. And relatively speaking, China is a friend for North Korea. And I think China is, as I said a moment ago, changing that posture, but that needs to continue. The other thing that needs to happen is I think the North Koreans need to finally dawn on them that their security will not be assured by nuclear weapons. Quite the contrary, their security will be imperiled if they continue to try to develop these weapons of mass destruction. The U.S. has no easy solution to this. There's certainly not a desire to have any military solution to this. At the same time, neither the U.S. nor anyone else can walk away from this problem. And so I think it needs to be a gradual process where the North Koreans understand that they're paying a lot for these weapons in terms of their isolation and in terms of the fact that their standards of living just keep dropping in relative to the other countries of the region.
All right, Ambassador Hill, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us here on the show.
Thank you.